Good afternoon, everyone. At the top today, we begin with breaking news. It is from Medina County. A tragic car accident involving 3 teenagers. Right now, a 16-year-old girl is dead. Her brother at Metro Health Medical Center with serious injuries. It all happened on Wilbur Road in Granger Township just after 7 o'clock this morning. News Channel 5's Dan Haggerty joins us from the scene. Dan, what can you tell us?
Well, also a 17-year-old Leon, the driver of the other car, a 17-year-old boy also in the hospital right now with serious injuries. You mentioned it, the 16-year-old girl killed. People who live around here, they've been showing up all morning to see this accident scene for themselves. The road here is clear now. Our cameras were here just after the crash, though. Take a look. Troopers say 16-year-old Erin Airbar pulled out onto Wilbur Road from her home with her 13-year-old brother Andrew in the passenger seat. The red Mustang heading in the other direction, and its 17-year-old driver, Jonathan Slifka, tried to slam on the brakes. Erin was killed in the crash. Her brother Andrew and Jonathan Slifka both went to the hospital with serious injuries. Neighbor Ed Herrick says he knew what had happened as soon as he saw the flashing lights in front of his home.
And I was just hoping that my wife or my neighbors weren't involved, you know. And unfortunately,
Wilbur Road runs 50 miles per hour, and Herrick says he has a lot of close calls pulling from his driveway.
You get a false sense of security coming up this road because it appears to be straight and flat, and it's almost an optical illusion.
Herrick went on to tell us about speeders while work crews continued to clean up in front of his home, but he cut the interview short to console his grieving wife.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Phil, we can finish this in a minute.
And you see the screech marks still on the road back here, and they go for a good, it looks like about 100 feet or so. And talking to neighbors, a lot of things wrong with this crash. The speed here on the road, 50 miles per hour, the layout of the land. Not only that, in the early morning hours when this crash happened, this is the direction the Mustang was traveling. Neighbors who live around here say when the sun is coming up, it does so right at the end of this road, and they say it's nearly impossible to see. Reporting live, Dan Haggerty, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Dan. And before you get away, you update us now that there's one person we know killed in this accident, right? And others are seriously injured. Is that correct, Dan?
16-year-old girl has been killed. Her 13-year-old brother, from what we're hearing from state troopers, suffered serious injuries. The 17-year-old driver of the Mustang who hit them, also serious injuries, Leon.
Many thanks, Dan Haggerty, handling the story for us from Medina County.